Hi, everybody. I have a funny story to tell you about a silverfish. And I always thought it was funny. Anyways, silverfish, she was asleep, behind her shopping cart, fast asleep. And then she sort of woke up because she had to go pee, like badly. But all she heard was, She's like, holy crow. So she puts her head up over top of her cart, looks out, and at the bus stop, there were four, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies. Yeah, I'm talking zombies. People who have taken some fentanyl and they're just moaning, and it just reminds me of an episode of The Walking Dead. So, in my need to go to the washroom, I had to get out of bed. So, Silverfish gets out of bed, goes around her carts, and she knows you must be very, very quiet. She's thinking to herself, I'm going to think like Carol from The Walking Dead. So she had a pair of scissors in one hand, and she had an X-Acto blade in the other, but down in her pockets. And she tiptoed past the zombies so she could go to the washroom. Because the problem is, when you wake up the zombies, they have a tendency to flare up and accuse you of taking anything and everything. And Silverfish did not have the time, nor the patience, nor the mindset to deal with any of that at this point. She had to go so bad. So, she goes to the washroom, and it was flipping cold. And then she turned back, and she very quietly walked past the zombies again. Very, very quiet. Well, when she got back into bed, one of those zombies woke up. She's like, oh, here we go. And that zombie came and stood in her little area. So he stood right over here. Right between where her cart ended and the wall was. And he was going to light up. Silverfish was not having any of that. No, not whatsoever. She did not want that shit smoked in her area when she was trying to sleep. So she said to that zombie, please go back to the bus stop. I don't really care what you're doing, why you're doing, how you're doing, or whatever, but there's only room for one zombie in this area, and he's not here right now, because that's what she called Baby Mole when he was on the stuff. And she's like, so please exit. I don't want any of that. And that zombie gave her the weirdest look, like, huh? But he zombied his way, shuffling and moving his arms like a zombie from The Walking Dead, back over to the bus stop to stand in there to do what he needed to do. But all I could keep thinking, all Silverfish kept thinking was, Lordy, I woke up to an episode of The Walking Dead, and I didn't really enjoy the show when it was on. So why do I want to watch it now? I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, have a creative and productive day. And I will bring you more funny little stories shortly. Okay?